I'm a free loving man.
I'm just bringing you an update on my legal situations, recent arrests, which I haven't given you. You may have seen recently I was arrested in Speaker's Corner. I went to Speaker's Corner to bring a Christian lady called Hatun, who was attacked the week before violently. You'll see it here.
If my father is Muhammad, have respect to the God.
Does your dad look like that?
She was attacked. I wanted to thank her, so I travelled to Speaker's Corner. Now, before going to Speaker's Corner, I contacted the Met Police. I made sure they were aware I wasn't organising a protest. I give no one information to meet or march or anything like that. I was just going to bring flowers and chocolates to thank a woman for her fight for free speech. I got to the park. Here I am giving her the flowers.
He's all right, he's with us. He's with us, yeah?
I spent 10 minutes in the park and then I was leaving. As I was leaving the park, you'll see about 50 police officers now running across to block my exit. I was then arrested for an offensive weapon. I was actually violently arrested. If you watch where they twisted my arms up, they bent me up, threw me in the back of a police van for possession of offensive weapon. When I got to the police station, literally as soon as I got to the police station, they de-arrested me on that charge. But they arrested me publicly on that charge so that that headline in that media narrative could be spun everywhere. I was then de-arrested at the police station and then questioned about COVID, breaking COVID legislation. To my surprise, because in the recent weeks, I'd watched, like all of you had, Nigerians marching. Who saw the Nigerians marching just a week before I was in Speaker's Corner? You'll see that here.
What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Justice! What do we want?
No arrests, Nigerians can march. What about Muslims outside the French embassy in London who are demanding the beheading of Macron? Let's have a look at that. No arrests. You can call for the beheading of a Western leader, a France's leader, but you go to Speaker's Corner with flowers. We've seen BLM riot during the height of the pandemic, okay? But yet I come, bring flowers, and I'm arrested.
Tommy, what's going on?
Don't get fucking sticks in the eye. What are you doing? What are you doing?
There you go.
What's this? What? What are you doing? You're breaking my fucking arm. You're breaking my arm. I haven't done anything wrong.
Tommy, there's 1,500 people watching.
How the fuck? Nothing on me.
Listen now, because I rang the police officer, my liaison officer for Scotland Yard. I liaise all demonstrations, anything I'm doing, so they have a safe exit in, a safe way in and a safe way out for me, because I have people who strongly want to hurt me. So listen to how shocked he was by my arrest. Last time I went to Speaker's Corner, in the build-up when I spoke to you, I asked, is anything I'm doing going to break the law?
Yeah.
You said no.
Yeah.
That was in our liaison, and then when I get there, I get ambushed by about 50 coppers and nicked and twist my arms up, bend me up everywhere.
When I heard about it, because I spoke to the people that were there, and they said you done exactly what you told me you were going to do.
I did, and I made the police's job easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I come in. I didn't. You go. Sorry.
Obviously, mate, I can't discuss the case because it's ongoing, but I did document everything that you told me, so it is all down in writing, and it is all there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, is it down? So you know when I asked you, mate, I said I'm coming, I'm walking in, I'm going to do this. You said you're going to feed it back. I said, can you? And I said I'm not going to break any of the laws, and we spoke about it. Is that documented that you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all documented.
Okay, so because they didn't charge me. Okay, that's all right. I just can't work out why they nicked me then.
Yeah, as I said, it came as much of a surprise to me as it well, no doubt did to you. Because all I've seen is the videos and all I've done is spoke to the people that are there.
I also confirmed with him here that I had already confirmed with him. When I rang him up before going to Speaker's Corner, I said, just to confirm, I'm not breaking any of the COVID rules, am I? Because I need to know if I'm going to be breaking them by turning up and bringing her flowers. No, you're not. That's what he confirmed with me. That's written on the police system. So what you've witnessed is a politically motivated arrest. It's an arrest with no substance, with no evidence, with no case, but yet they still arrested me, violently arrested me, held me for over 12 hours in Wandsworth Police Station, and then let me go with no phone at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now you should care. Even if you don't like me, you should care. Because that is the police being used in order to attack someone, in order to persecute someone, and unlawfully detain them. So let's just sum it up again. Sadiq Khan has turned our capital city into a shithole. There are shootings and murders, stabbings on a daily basis. You can riot with BLM, you can attack police officers across the capital city. That's okay during a pandemic. Again, you can march if you're Nigerian. You can march, you can do what you want. Again, you can also protest outside the French embassy if you're Muslims. But if you're Tommy Robinson and you bring flowers to a park to thank a minority lady for her fight for free speech, you'll have literally the entire Met Police Force will come out for you and arrest and detain you. And this is just, I'm going to lead on from this. This is what happened at Speaker's Corner. Some of you may remember I was arrested 6 months ago in Barrow. Let me show you some of the headlines from that. I was working in Barrow. I was working on a documentary on police failures. And I've now just found out this week, whilst I'm working again, on the reason for them wanting to silence me. Because they didn't want us uncovering their failures in what they haven't been doing in that town. But anyway, I'll get onto that. That's coming in my documentary. But I was arrested, and the incident happened when a boy come up and spat in my face. So make of this what you will. Because I started wondering, was this a total setup? He spits in my face. I react to defend myself. I'm arrested, he's not. I'm held for 36 hours. They got an extension. They attempted to remand me into prison. They made up another charge of perverting the course of justice to do with my investigative work that I was doing as a journalist. They bailed me for 6 months. I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone in Barrow. I was actually banned from the entire region of Cumbria. I wasn't allowed to talk about child exploitation, which meant I wasn't allowed to continue my documentary. The maximum time they now have is 6 months. They used to be able to bail you for years. I spent 4 years on bail for one charge in my early activism with these sort of fraudulent, stringent bail conditions that prevent you doing your work or going certain places. But they bailed us for 6 months. 6 months later, I've had my charges dropped. Now, how many of the media that run the story about my arrest, whether it be at Speaker's Corner for an offensive weapon, which was dropped instantly, or whether it be for the incident in Barrow, how many of them are now going to pump the story about when the police dropped their case, when they had no case? Now, do you know what this was about in Barrow as well? It was about limiting my work and retrieving all of the footage from my investigation to see what I knew about the police failures in that town. They took me to court, okay? They arrested me, took me to court to get a seizure order for the rest of the footage. Now, in court, the judge ruled on their side, of course. It's not a jury, it's a judge, like every one of my cases. Never had a jury. Don't you find that funny? Always in court, but never with a jury. In Britain. But anyway, I've been taken to court. The judge ruled with them and awarded them costs. So not just do they come to court to take all my footage and seize everything, the work I'm working on. Journalists should be up in their arms about this. Other journalists. Seeing a journalist arrested, persecuted, and then have all of his footage seized by a police force to cover up what they're hiding. Now, when you look at my court fees, I'll show you them here, look. I've got to pay £3,000. They give me an order. So they take me to court. It cost me £2,000 for my own lawyers, and then I have to pay £3,000. And then they have no case. They've dropped the case because I was spat. I was the victim of assault. Guess what? They've done an investigation now into the man that assaulted me. They've given him a caution. A caution. He walked up to me at the height of the pandemic, at the start of COVID-19, before everyone knew what a load of nonsense it was. But he walked up to me at the start of it and spits in my face. He then tells the police, this is where I think it's a setup. In the police interview, which I've requested under the Freedom of Information Act, I'm getting my police interview. He says that I called him non-binary and then attacked him. He invented a hate crime. I've got the footage. You'll see the footage now. Not bad. How are you doing? I'm all right.
Do you know you're a racist piece of shit?
Good one.
Yeah.
Well done. What do you think of the rapes that are happening in this town?
The rapes?
Yeah.
I think they're awful.
Do you?
But you can't blame a singular race.
Who blamed a singular race, dickhead?
You.
When did I blame a singular race?
When?
Yeah, go on.
I'm not saying you blame these races.
When did I blame a singular race? Do you know what a race is?
Yes.
What's a
Oh,
race?
it's not a religion.
Oh, a religion.
Yeah.
So I blamed a religion. I blamed a book for raping girls, did I? Is that it? Have you come to do anything? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Fucking little fucking little prick. You fucking mug. Spit at me, you fucking... You think you're fucking spitting me, bro? Fucking prick. Fucking... Wait, look, don't dare. You fucking little bitch. Get your fucking arse up before I fucking do you. Yeah? You've made... Yeah, well done. Well done. Go on, babe. What, you gonna do anything else? Spit at me again. 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 You spat in my face. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who spits at people? Spit at me again. No, you won't, will ya? You fucking little mug. I'm not. Look at you talking like you're soft as fuck. You spat in my face. You spat in my face. You spat in my face. You just learned a lesson in life, didn't you? Don't fucking spit at people, you little tramp. Fucking tramp.
Spreading hate crime and it's not right.
Spreading hate crime, you just come up and spat in my face. Don't talk to me about hate.
After you started having a go about Muslims.
No, you had a go. You called me a racist. I said who am I racist against? You just learned a lesson in life. Don't fucking mouth off when you can't handle it. Take your sorry fucking arse and fuck off. You fucking bitch. Me? I know, go on. Fucking little mug.
Yeah, you don't know whether they've got a knife, so you've got to be active at the time.
No, you don't. Follow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it sounds.
Listen,
You come up to me, yeah? You deserve that. You deserve that, yeah? You've done the wrong move there. I wasn't going to hit you. You spat in my face.
Shake hands now. Shake hands.
You spat in my face.
Shake hands.
No. Look at your bike tyre. Look at your face, yeah? Do you think it's acceptable you just spat in my face?
No.
So what do you think he was doing? What point did you think that's a good idea? And that's do you probably think yourself as a reasonable person?
Yeah.
Going up spitting in people's faces in car parks? Reasonable?
I didn't hit you though.
What's that? You spat at me, you did hit me.
That is a police
You
assault.
spat. No, but listen, shush. Do you think that's a reasonable? Do you think your behaviour is reasonable?
Reasonable to run over me with a car.
Who ran you over a car?
Look at my
No, they
bike.
didn't.
Look, what's that?
Mate, you come up to me. You come up to me, did you not? You call me a racist and then you spat in my face. Mate, you fucking...
Film me, you don't have permission to film me.
You do, you're in the public, mate.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't public...
I'm going to put that online. You're famous, mate. You are. You've come up and spat in my face. You're going to be on TV. Everyone's going to see you. Do you think I wanted to punch you up? Do you think I want to just be in a car park punching and fighting people? Do you? Right.
And do you know what...
Do you know you say I'm a racist, bruv?
He's 13 metres away.
Say 2 meters away, you just spat at me! You're worried about coronavirus, you just spat at me! You fucking talk about coronavirus! You spat at me, bruv! You spat in my face!
You're on camera doing it. You captured the whole lot.
Come on. Anyway, see you later. Mate, I hope you learn your lesson today. On your bike, son. Come on, let's go. Come over and spit on me.
Spitting over there and said if you get a mouthful of spit,
What's
you're
that?
gonna spit
Sorry.
at you.
Spitting over there. Black car. He said to his mate in a black car, if I get enough phlegm in my mouth now, I'll go over there and I'll spit at him. I said, no, you fucking won't. I said, that's fucking damn right.
You heard him say it?
I heard him say it. I shouted.
So he made up that I said non-binary. At no point did I say non-binary. He made it up to further the allegation against me to make it a more serious crime. And I would have guaranteed, because the police seized the footage, the only thing is everything I record goes up into a cloud. So when they thought they'd seized all the footage on that day, they didn't have the only copy of the footage. They know that I had the footage because I released 10 seconds online saying, by the way, I can prove my innocence. Yeah? If I didn't have that footage, I can guarantee you now, I would be facing prison for a homophobic hate crime attack, because that's what I was arrested on. I'll be going to jail. And again, the media would have fun with all of their headlines. But when I prove it false, when I prove it a lie, is he going to be charged with perverting the course of justice? How does he only get a caution? Again, this brings me now on to where I'm at with court on Monday. Do you know what? My entire last year has been spent through courts and lawyers. Even just this week, I've been to three different times I've travelled to the north of England to meet with different lawyers about different cases. That's what all of this is about. It's about tiring you out, stopping you from working. Some of you may have remember, well, you find it not hard to remember because again, this headline, Tommy Robinson for an assault on holidaymaker. You can see the headline here, and here, and here, and then everywhere, yeah? That headline went everywhere. As I just randomly attacked some holidaymaker at Centre Parks. No context to the story, no mention of the fact that that man had sexually assaulted a child. I can't tell you who that child is because I'll be arrested. I've had many warnings about that, even this week. So you may remember, he sexually assaulted a minor. That man has been charged with sexual assault against a minor. You wouldn't have heard that in the media either, because they haven't reported on it. He faces trial next year. Who was he with, the man? Did you see when he was coming out of the pool?
I don't think his friend was with him.
He was just on his own. And which way was you facing? Show me tell me which to explain.
You know there, like, there's that side furthest away.
Yeah.
A little bit more there, I was standing there, and then he walked that way.
Walked round you.
No,
So say like this is the pool, yeah? On your way out, you come out this way, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Was you standing this way? You were standing facing, so your back was against the wall?
No.
No, the other way then.
I was talking to Maisie.
Oh yeah, so you're looking there, yeah. So you're there, and then he's come through where?
There. And then that's the entrance.
So if you're standing there like that, he's gone past you like this?
Yeah.
And then done...
He's my bum.
Squeeze your bum like that?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like he's even So you're like this or you're like this?
Talking to Maisie.
You're saying talking to Macy, he's gone past like
Maisie.
that? Okay, and then gone like that?
Yeah.
And when you say squeeze your bum, could he have rushed past and accidentally knocked your bum? No? Show me like what?
Like this.
Like a squeeze with your hand, like a clinch. Like that, like a squeeze. So on your which cheek?
This one.
On that bum cheek. Okay. And what did he say? What did you say? Has he done it? Did you?
No, then I went straight out of the pool and told
That's
him.
when you come running up. And what did he say? Nothing. Nothing at all. Did he look at you?
No.
Just walked off. On his own.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh man. When I detained him, he received a bloody nose. Okay? I face court for that on Monday, where again I've been told to bring my prison bag. 4 weeks before Christmas. I'm going to trial. I'm going on trial. Guess what? With no jury. Again. How? There's only one offence that the police can charge you if you've gone to the Crown Prosecution Service. Now, the Crown Prosecution Service are independent from the police. The sexual assault charge went to the Crown Prosecution Service against the man. They reviewed the evidence and decided they've got enough evidence for a case against that man. He faces trial. Mine didn't go to the Crown Prosecution Service. I was charged by Bedfordshire Police. They dropped the assault to the lowest form of assault. They didn't arrest me for common assault. I was arrested for ABH, but they didn't charge me with ABH because that would mean I get a jury. And a jury of my peers would be able to decide if detaining a paedophile is a crime. But instead, I'm being tried by a judge that doesn't usually sit, just for the information, at Luton Magistrates Court. I've had a look, never sat there. He's being brought in from Westminster Court for my trial. And I'm going to be tried for detaining a paedophile. Now, and where I'm at is another legal fee. And I'm giving this because it gets quite boring, because this is all I'm ever doing here. Have a look, here's the bill for this Monday's case. That's another £8,000. So every week, I don't know if you're aware, but I got hit today. It's Thursday today when I'm making this video. For costs in another case, £60,000. That'll probably be hitting the press. I don't even know if it's hit the press yet, but it'll be all over the news next week. Anything negative. Now, when I go to court on Monday for this trial, what you'll see is Tommy Robinson assault on Centre Parks holidaymaker. You'll see no mention of the fact that he's a nonce. No mention of the fact he molested a child. No mention of a fact of who that child is, or why I might have wanted to detain the man for what he'd done. But this is just an update for where I'm at. For any of you who can help me be in a position to continue this battle, what this is about is lawfare. In fact, I've told you I've got my documentary I'm working on, which is about in Barrow. I've got another one I'm working on, and working non-stop on both of these stories. I'm also now working on another one. I always bite off more than I can chew, but we're going to be 3 documentaries in. The other one is called Lawfare. It's called Lawfare, and it's going to categorically show you that everything I said in a recent I faced another trial where I'm at the High Court, which is the £60,000 bill for this week that the judge has put against me, where I told you, the public, the truth about an incident in Huddersfield in the north of England. I gave you the information that you deserve to know before donating. A young boy, a Syrian refugee, had a donation appeal, which is what this was all about. On the same day the video was released, the same matter of hours, a GoFundMe link was released as well. Even though it happened 6 weeks before the incident, it was used to monetise the situation. £160,000 was donated to this boy by the British public. The judge has ruled that he doesn't think it's in the public interest. It wasn't in the public interest, giving me the protection as a journalist, because I just repeated the stories I was told. I don't have that protection, that it was in the public's interest. When a story was being portrayed as a horrible English bully and a poor innocent Syrian refugee, and it was being used and politicised by Piers Morgan, by everyone, it was in the public interest that the public knew the reality of the situation, what that boy was like and what Bailey was like, and the truth around the story that was being sold. But just for that court case, the legal fees currently are at £380,000. So you can see what lawfare is about. Mohammed Akunji, who's the Muslim lawyer who, in this case, you'll remember, sent extremists to my family's home to threaten to kill them, represents all the terrorists and jihadis, tried to bring Shamina Begum back into the country. That law firm have put in, just for one example, they've interviewed 5 witnesses, £37,000 bill for that, which is what all of this is about. Whether it be the £3,000 given me up in Barrow Court, whether it be the £8,000 this Monday to fight the trial so I can try and spend Christmas at home with my kids. Whatever one of these stories, they all come together in the legal attack that's being used in the court system and police and legal system that's being used in order to silence and wipe me out. And that's why I want to bounce back with 3 documentaries, but it is draining because you're constantly just facing this. Well, what I face now is prison again on Monday. So any of you who can contribute and help me in my battle to continue being in a position to fight, I was weighing up whether to defend myself even in this recent case. I'm probably going to defend myself when we get into the High Court, but because I can't afford the £100,000 that the lawyers want to defend me. But with regards to Monday, if it wasn't 4 weeks till Christmas, and I hadn't had enough prison sentences already, and prison wasn't literally like a death sentence, a possible death sentence anyway, then I wouldn't have been spending £80,000, but I am because I most desperately want to be at home this Christmas. So to anyone who's watching this, I'm just giving you some context of the recent arrests so you can see how much bullshit they all are. You can see how I shouldn't have been arrested in Speaker's Corner. You can see that I was held under bail conditions to prevent my work for a lie. You can see that the police haven't prosecuted the man that spat at me or the man that perverted the course of justice by lying in his police interviews. You can see that the recent case where I'm being arrested for Centre Parks, you'll know what happened there. Everyone knows about it. And you'll see how the media will lie to you on Monday. So from me, I'm thanking you if you've helped me with this. If you can, I really appreciate it. Contrary to all the rumours online, I'm not in a financial position where I can just willingly fight all these cases. That's not the situation I'm in. Far from it, in fact. I've had a lot, which I've explained to many of you. Without giving you the full details, I've had a lot of issues, even with my family, with my home life over the last 12 months. So, to anyone who can, I appreciate your support, and let's hope I walk out of court on Monday. Cheers.
I'm a free love.